2 Megapops, an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where one tower needs to get more than 2 million pops from round 6 to 100 in a CHIMPS game. So let's see what we have cooking today. We have planned the spiked mines to do over 2 million pops in this scenario. Recent updates means that it's got some changes to it that enables it to be, well, just generally better in all terms. So let's see what we can do with our time here. When round 9 hits, you'll be able to put Geraldo down, and we're going to need him for his, well, mainly his Jerry's fires, because we're going to need every little bit of support that we can give on the spiked mines in order for it to be able to do what it needs to do. Not perma-brew. We are going to put down an alchemist in order to strengthen it, but to be honest, the amount of time that the strongest image stays up will mean that you don't need that perma-brew. And also, we need a homeland defense if we're going to succeed in this. Overclock, homeland defense, strongest stimulant. On round 13, or beginning of round 14, you'll be able to place down your spiked, well, sorry, your spike factory. We don't want to place it down anywhere. So we want the majority of the spikes to be on this little bit here of the straight, so that it is able to always be on the bit of a track in which balloons will always be on from start to finish. You could put it down here a bit more, but then the spikes may end up being in an area where they won't be able to hit the balloons when they're on their last legs on the track. So meaning they'll be on the straight here towards the exit. So I want as many up here as possible so that the spikes will be able to hit the balloons. We've got the bigger stacks. We'll be going for faster production and then the other one after that, so that we'll be able to spawn the spikes out even faster. I have no ways of possibly being able to use this with bottom path. I don't think there is an actual benefit aside from the initial start of chugging out these spikes, because you do get an initial attack speed boost at the very beginning of a round, but then from there it's really slow. But again, they do last longer, so that could be a means of using the bottom path rather than the middle path. But honestly think, oh, I went for the wrong thing there. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the round and buy the correct path for this scenario. Getting them out faster is better than the spikes lasting longer. To be honest, like, I don't think you're going to be utilizing the length of time in which they stay down for longer on the bottom path than the middle path, because they'll be used up anyways throughout the rounds. Let's see, white hot spikes, and then from there we're going to go to spiked balls, and then we'll see where we go from there. Definitely submersion support so that this thing stops popping, but we do need the spiked balls just for that bit more firepower. We have spiked balls around 31. Ooh, there's quite a few here that are coming along the way. I hope we've got enough spike piles here. There we go, that's good. So, Alchemist is next. We're going to go to a 400 Alchemist to strengthen those balls. Don't take that out of context. And then we'll be going from there. Oh, no, I don't want to press that. But I want to put it here so that the Alchemist has the least amount of chances to pop balloons, while also at the same time strengthening the spike factory. Larger potions, acidic mixture dip, berserker brew, then strongest stimulant, then we'll leave it at that. Strongest stimulant is up. Now we're going to go for jungle drums, monkey village, just to give it that bit more attack speed. Actually, I'm going to go submersion support first. We're going to want this thing to stop popping, because at some point this thing is going to get too many pops for our comfort. Actually, this is one of the only times where I don't want the range bonus on this thing. Otherwise, the spikes will just churn out even further than I am more comfortable with. But then again, I think they're, because of the size of the pineapples, I think they will do good. Yes, we're going to go with pineapples and not balls in this case, because I have the skin for them. Let's see. Jungle drums will be next. Excellent. What's next? I think an overclock will be very... No, wait. Spiked mines, then overclock. It is a little unfortunate that the remaining pineapples at the round do all expire because it doesn't have that benefit of prolonging into the next round unless you were to pursue a bottom path. But I think that requires tier 3 in order to go to the next round. Hold on, let's see. Increase range, plus paths last longer, targeting priority, and accelerated production at the start. No, it has to be the long life spikes in order to carry over onto the next round. So I'm glad I did not try and go for that, and I wouldn't even think that bottom path would be possible, honestly, because of the sheer pierce nerf that it's had recently. Things are looking a little tight. There was a ceramic that leaked up to the last leg of a track, but not to worry, because of the fact that this is an incredibly unique tower where the longer you leave it, the stronger that it is. Yeah, you can allow it to go through, and guess what? I have more spikes to stop you. Spiked Mines is up by round 48. Now we're going to pursue Overclock. We want every bit of attack speed bonus that we can utilize on this, because it's the attack speed which we want to boost of the Spiked Mines. Not really anything else, but of course, Call to Arms and Homeland Defense affects the entire map. So when it comes to the Alchemist, we don't really want its attack speed to increase. It's already got 875 pops for some odd reason. Like, I'm not sure if it has some kind of unique synergy with the Spiked Mines. Uncertain. I know only so many things about this game, but yet sometimes when you go into it for the 1000th millionth time, you learn something new about it, which is excellent. Especially when it comes to like patch updates as well. When a new update releases, something's changed, and in a way you have to relearn the game again, which is fascinating in a way. Not every update is exactly the same, but it's just a new thing added. Reworks and balances are very important. Some things can be annoying, like let's say in update 33 we have the power gun limit. That was really annoying. And the perma spike having a massive nerf recently, that was also really annoying. But then you have other things like the Spiked Mines getting big buffs, which is going to be very important here, actually. Very important for this particular run, and just with usage through all players, really. Like, this scene is easily taking out Moabs, and usually you would pursue middle path of the Moabs. Okay, we've got Overclock now, which is going to be absolutely delightful. There we go. And because it's a tier 4 tower, which means the Overclock has 100% uptime on it, just keep on spamming it as soon as it's ready to be active once again to continue the usage of it. So what are we thinking of now? Well, we need to go to MIB in order to first go to Call to Arms. This thing is already capable of popping any kind of balloon anyways. Like, the only thing that it lacks at the very start is the ability to pop leads. But as soon as you get white hot spikes, then you'll be able to do that. But if you're able to get an MIB on a 150 Carpenter spikes, then you can use Geralda's Sharpening Stone to increase both the damage and the pierce of the spikes. Because if you go to white hot spikes, then you cannot apply the Sharpening Stone to the lovely Carpenter spike. So there are advantages and disadvantages to having white hot spikes, but it just depends if you have Geraldo on the field or not. Just generally, universally, you do want it, but with Geraldo, you can circumvent the white hot spikes if you have an MIB on the field. Speaking of MIB, we're going to purchase that now. So what are we going to be doing now? I am thinking of a Relentless Glue just to slow down the balloons so that we have more time for the... Oh, hold on. More time for the lovely spikes to deploy on the field. Also just generally makes them take longer in order to actually get to the other side of the track. For this particular challenge, round 98 is going to be the biggest hurdle that we have to overcome, because I feel like even with everything put on board, we're still going to struggle a little bit when it comes to churning out the spikes, because of the fact that they're always getting popped. Like, these pineapples are always disappearing because of the sheer amount of RBE on the field that is around this area. This is a BFB, and just watch these Spiked Mines just absolutely chew through it. This is a tier 4 tower that is just over 10,000 monkey monies to plop down as soon as you get from tier 3 to tier 4. But in some cases, it acts like a tier 5 tower if you can fully utilize it. I don't like the fact that some of the pineapples are spawning this far down on the track. It's no big deal if it's like Moabs on the field, but if it's just like regular ceramics, I just want the pineapples to spawn on the long straight here, just so that it always has contact with balloons while the balloons are on this point of the track, because the balloons will always be on the top portion of the track, but they will not always be going down or going to the left or going up. Round 74, ceramics are usually a big threat to a lot of balloons, but the top half is really good at dealing with ceramics, but it's also really good at dealing with fortified balloons, actually. Like the super... not the super mines. That's the next stage up. The spiked balls deal extra damage to ceramic balloons and fortified balloons, which sometimes are some of our biggest threats. Not the Moabs themselves, but the fortified layer on said balloon, on said Moab. The round 75 is going swimmingly well, actually. Like, this is going really well at the moment. I am not having any kind of dangers whatsoever so far in this challenge. Round 76. Ooh, just don't allow them to regrow. Like, if it wasn't for overclock, too many of the ceramics would escape down there and would eventually cause a regrow farm if any of them were popped. But attack speed is key. Just see the amount of time that Stronger Stimulant has, and you'll be able to see why we're not pursuing a perma-brew, because it's just not needed. It's just not needed for this particular tower. Round 78, all those ceramics get absolutely bombarded by the mines. That is brilliant. This is a tier 4 tower, and the only other tier 4 tower I've done so far, if you're watching in chronological order from when I've made a video to the most recently made video, is the Dark Champion. But then again, the Dark Champion is a tier 5 tower with its power. Round 79, a huge amount of regrow rainbows. Again, absolutely no problem. It's the fortified mows that could give us some issues here. Ah, we can do call to arms now. I should have done that earlier. Let's use it now, actually, so we get even more out. Yeah, look at that. It's now spawning out the balls even faster. Again, don't take that out of context. I'm talking about the spiked mines. You silly sausage. Right, call to arms and overclock. Stack them both together on the same tower. But then again, the change for call to arms from just the towers in this radius to global with this ability is a big buff in its own way. Round 81, we are looking to struggle a little bit, which is not in my jurisdiction, but guess what? With more of the spike mines coming out, which is excellent, it just means that we're able to plop all these down even faster. I'm not sure if that sentence made any sense, but we're just going to roll with it. Super Ceramics, a true test to see the biggest strengths of this particular cross path with the spike mines. Even with everything going on, I'm still not worried because it's chugging them out at a rate in which, well, it explodes and affects all of these balloons, which is an absolute godsend. So we're only 12k away from homeland defense, and then honestly, I'm thinking of a snowstorm, of some ninja sabos, another relentless glue as well, so we can affect even more. Also, with call to arms, this globs out glues even faster, which is good, because we're going to need it for the masses of balloons that are going to be coming our way. ZOMGs, again, ZOMGs are a very light threat. If you allow them to linger around, then yes, but at this rate, they're solid. Fortified BFBs, all call to arms will be very nice here and now. They're going through quite nicely. I'm saying that the weaponry is going through quite nicely, not the balloons. The balloons should just stop in their tracks, thank you very much. Call to arms, so that they're laid out even quicker. That's good. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference between call to arms yes and call to arms no. when it comes to the rate in which the spiked mines are churning out. Let's see. Keep on churning out those spiked mines. Keep on churning them out. We need all of the spiked mines that we can ever possess to win in this scenario. Let's see. Yeah, this round is coming to a close soon. Like, we might have the odd one or two go down south, or not even that, actually. Brilliant.
What is that?
We will soon have the homeland defense. So after we think about attack speed increases for this thing, what about movement speed debuffs for the balloons themselves? Which is why I'm thinking a ninja saber or two, a snowstorm, another relentless glue. All of those put together will be brilliant. Like, think of as many ways to slow down the balloons without inflicting too many pops, which is going to be key in this. Let's see. I know I say let's see a lot. It's one of my weakest traits, really. Just repeating the same words over and over again. Right, round 8 here is done. And I'm not worried about DDTs. Unless it's for fortified ones, actually. Then they can be a bit of a worry. But I'm not worried about them whatsoever. Like, these things can quite easily handle them. Ooh, with it. We're nearly there, homeland defense. Yes. We're nearly there with it. Come on now. I'm so excited. I'm not going to sing the rest of that song. Let's see. Homeland defense, lovely. Oh, look at the attack right now. That's gorgeous. That's brilliant. Also, the duration of homeland defense lasts longer than you just see them. The homeland the spike mines are instantly taking care of the DDTs. That's brilliant. Just a few ZMGs left on round 92, and then this round be adjourned. Homeland defense combined with overclock. Like, can you think of a more perfect duo in order to increase the attack speed of a tower? Like, really? Well, probably aside from the ultra boost, but that is severely out of our price range. Also, people want me to do a 2 Megapops where I do deploy down a ultra boost. I'm thinking that 77,000 is a really, really steep price tag. It used to be in the 6-digit margin, but then the price was like reduced by 25%. But it's still such an expensive thing to get for such a, I wouldn't say it's menial, but I don't think the boost you get it for a CHIMPS run specifically is equivalated to the bonuses that you get out of it, because you have to deploy it 10 times in order to get the maximum amount of menial benefits that you get from it. Oh, we've got neither of them up, bloody hell. Round 94, let's see how all of this turns out now. Overclock once again. Oh, we might be facing some trouble here. Let's see, what can we do? A balloon sabo soon. Oh, homeland defense, lovely, that's gonna help. Come on, balloon sabo, make your way onto the field, please. Oh, snowstorm, lovely. That's not gonna take away too many pots whatsoever. I think it only does 1 damage. Like, at any given point in time, it only does 1 damage. So that's doing well. Like, all of these are heavily damaged, which is nice. Do another snowstorm so it slows them down a bit more. Like, that little bit of slowness is very nice. Let's see. Balloon Sabo is up. So what am I thinking next? Probably another Relentless Glue and another Ninja Sabo. Sorry, Balloon Sabo, then we'll go from there. Oh, the amount of them that spawn out is like... Are you actually serious? Are you serious, my mans? Well, at least it allows the homeland defense to recharge, which is good. I suppose that's one benefit of allowing a single balloon to linger. We're not going to use either ability yet. Like, these purples, these leads are no issue whatsoever. There's just these sheer amount of DTs that could be an issue, but honestly, I'm not worried whatsoever. Even with all of these churning out, I am still not worried. And what things we've got left are those. Alright, I'm thinking of... Also, this just allows a little bit of breathing room, really. Actually, I forgot to give our friend over here a genie bottle and one of those so it does more damage to camos. But then again, it won't really matter in the long run simply because of the submerged support removing the camo property. Alright. Do all of that, which will be brilliant. Relentless glue. Blue splatter will be very nice. Gotta say, Homeland Defense also increases the attack rate of the glue gunners, which is excellent. Like, anything that can increase the attack rate of non-lethal balloons, or non-lethal towers is going to be great. Now, 96 is coming to a close soon. Oh, which path are they on? Oh, maybe on their second last leg. That's probably right. Ooh, dear. So much carnage. So much devastation. Another snowstorm. How much has this got? 300. This has... Well, only 781 over here. Oh, we've got about 10,000 overall when it comes to excess pops. Oh, these are leaking. Oh, but we do have the means of dealing with them all, though. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, you might be on your last leg, but for goodness sakes, you are also on your last leg. That looks a little bit worrying. Also, Relentless Glue just gives a bit of breathing room. Enables your abilities to recharge. Let's see, we're going to need all of the fire rate that we can possibly have. I don't think we're going to need either of our abilities to be active. Neither the Balloon Sabo or the lovely Snowstorm, because I think what we've got here is going to be all the work that we need. All of the work that we need. Also, we have these abilities refreshed for this round anyway, so only need to be overclock in place. That's the only thing that we really need in place. Don't need the Homeland Defense anymore for this round. Even with everything we've got going on top there. Let's see. This is the big round. This is a round that could decide if we can do it or not. Round 98. There we go. That's run out. Deploy another one of those. Use a snowstorm. Homeland Defense. We need all of the need all of the debuffs that we can give to these balloons without taking away too many pops. Oh, this is looking a little bit nervy. Oh, I forgot to put down the oh no, don't switch to that. I forgot to put down the creepy idols. Let's see, put one there, put one there. I might put them there. This gives a lot of range for these in order for them to affect a balloon. Homeland Defense again. Use a Balloon Sabo. You know what I mean if I say Ninja Sabo. It comes from the ninja itself. Let's see. I know people don't like it when I keep pressing the fast forward off, but I do need to keep track of where all these balloons are at any given point in time. If I feel comfortable with what we're doing right now, then I won't have it on there. Okay, so we need a Homeland Defense again. These are coming round, but guess what? They'll be the first to be targeted by the spiked balls, spiked mines, sorry. Another another Balloon Sabo. This is getting quite close now. As many of those ZMGs are going to possess the threat here. Let's see. If it wasn't for one of those round restarts, this would have been a flawless round 100. With a tier 4 tower that costs just over 10,000. Yes! Yes! We have gone through the toughest round of the game of Chimps. And now we've got these to deal with, and that's it. That is it. Honestly, another Balloon Sabo. I think we're good. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Slow them down. Oh. Are we going to be okay in this? Yeah, we're good. Those DDT's going to be a bit of a worry there. Their fortified status means that they can take a lot more hits. And it's just this one left. And done. Now 100. Watch the absolute massacre of this bad take place. Well, not the absolute, but it will be easily massacred. Just the sheer number of all these is going to be the deciding factor in this. Let's see, another homeland defense. And soon it will be taken down. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes. We've done it. Spiked mines, 2 Megapops. And all these ZMGs will guarantee that we'll get enough pops. Yes. Oh, that feels good. Spiked mines, 2 Megapops has been accomplished. 2,024,000 pops. No restarts required. 1 retry on a particular round, yes, but that was also just for convenience sakes. That was a very good run. A very good run. There you go. Spiked mines, 2 Megapops. That is brilliant. So this is what we got on the field. An overclock which was absolutely pivotal towards getting out as many spikes as possible. The balloon sabos for slowing down the Moabs mainly, but also for the ceramics and all that jazz. These 2 for globbing the Moab class balloons. They slow down. The strongest stimulant for strengthening each of the spikes that are churned out. Geraldo for his invisibility potion. Well, then again, that was probably the least important thing, but the Jerry's hot sauce was the more important thing to plop down there on the spike mines. It just guarantees you that few extra pops that you really need. It's because of the submerger support. I don't know why I popped down the invisibility potion, because then the only benefit really that we get from the invisibility potion has been depleted because it's seen decamouflaged balloons. But it's only one of those few scenarios that you don't want the balloons themselves to be decamouflaged, is when you get bonus damage onto a balloon that is currently in a camo property. So that was an excellent run. And honestly, one that I thought of after doing the Mad 2 Megapops. I'm thinking, okay, so I saw a thumbnail recently by ISAB where he talks about the different strengths that the spiked mines or the spiked balls were given recently. I'm thinking, hey, this could be possible. And in a placement like this on Resort, I think this is around this area is the only area and the only map in which you can do this. Like, think of another map in which a balloon can rotate this amount of times around the map with the length of the map itself, because the balloon could be on the last straight here where it goes all the way around the track, but because there are spiked mines situated over here as well, it means that, well, you're just giving the spike factory more time to churn out more spikes, which is brilliant. And also these creepy idols as well, just for more stalling. So yeah, also as well pivotal, the Jungle Drums Homeland Defense. What an absolute hero. I tried this with Perma Brew, but honestly, I just can't get enough spike mines out, and I failed on round 92 or 94, I think it was. So yeah, the attack speed bonuses are brilliant for this thing. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you all so much for watching. What's going to be our next 2 Megapops? Well, I have not decided that one yet. It's probably going to be the Apache Prime, and we're definitely going to be doing this on a different map. We're going to just stay away from Resort for a video, but then depend on the next 2 Megapops after that, or the next 2 Tower Chimps will depend on if I'm on Resort or not. I just love the map in general, and also it's just visually lovely to look at with all the sand and the tree and the umbrellas and the swimming pool. I'm glad it has a swimming pool. Otherwise, these gym strategies will not be possible. These 2 Megapop strategies will not be possible. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Also, if you're ever on the store at any given point in time and you want to purchase anything, please put down my creator code here, and that would be thoroughly appreciated by moi. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, everyone.